Hey everyone, how's it going today? It's Coach Danny Alvarez Jiu-Jitsu out in Texas. Today is a sad day for Alvarez Jiu-Jitsu because my man Mr. Chase here is heading back to Texas State. Well, first he's going on vacation, then he's going to Texas State. But he spent the summer with us. How many months?
A little over 2 months.
A little over 2 months. So he's been here for 2 months. Now this individual here is a very dedicated, and that's why I'm saying it's a sad day, because when you get a student, and for the record, he's my student for the summer. His professor, Delula, he's with A-Force down in the Texas State area. Is it San Marcos?
New Marcos.
New Braunfels? Okay, yeah. So that's his main professor. That's his main academy. That's where he gets all the goodies at. But he's been getting some goodies here for the last couple months. And, 19 years old. He'll be 20 soon. But super dedicated to this art, to this sport. And, that's really uncommon for a 19-year-old, where normally you kind of catch them out partying, staying out late, missing practice, not really dedicated to something. You're just kind of living it up, where, he's doing 2 training sessions a day, sometimes even 3 training sessions a day. So I kind of wanted to dig in a little bit and see, why is it, what's the meaning and purpose behind all of that dedication and commitment that he's been giving us for the last couple of months. So, give Mr. Chase, welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So let's break it down for everyone. Let's say, how long have you been training?
I've been training about 5 years.
Okay.
Just coming up on 5 years.
About
so not
5
too long.
Okay. So, full-time student, part-time?
Full-time.
Full-time student. Now, the academy where you train at down there, how far is that away?
25 minutes from my
25 minutes from your apartment, okay. So how many days a week do you get to train down there when you have your classes when school's in session?
Well, I try to train twice a day. I've made my class schedule around my training. So I go to training in the morning, and then I go to class between. I go right back to training in the afternoon. So I try to train twice a day, like Monday through Thursday at least. And then I hit up open mats in Austin on the weekends.
Okay.
Usually for some level.
And then how far is that drive for you on the weekends?
Ooh, it can be, depending on Austin traffic, it's like an hour for me.
Okay, so 25 minutes during the week.
Yes, sir.
In the morning, in the evening, and then on the weekend you have an hour or so to practice up in Austin. And the key thing here, guys, for all my young guys out there that want to do this or are doing it, and you're going to school as well, he built his schedule around that, which that was a first for me when I started talking to him when he first came in. I was really surprised by that. So think about that for a second. He's building a schedule around jiu-jitsu. He's training in the morning, training at night, and it's not just that, but it's the drive time, which also caught my attention, and then also the drive time on the weekend. So, why? Like, what makes you so? Why do you love jiu-jitsu so much?
Yeah, I get that a lot, and I can't find a particular answer for it. I mean, it just kind of windows you back in every single day. It's just something I need now. It's got to the point where if I don't train, I kind of like get in my own head. I'm like, oh, I should train today. I can't skip sessions. So I think it's more like, I'd say like I'm addicted to it. So it's something I love to do, and it's kind of a part of my life that if I don't get that dose in for that day, then it kind of like, the day doesn't go well. So in order for me to focus in school, and, do right in school and do other things in my aspects of my life, I have to come in and get my training in for the day.
Sore, tired, beat up?
Yeah, no matter what.
And you still go and train?
No matter what, for sure.
Sore, tired, beat up, got classes, studying, still makes it to training. Because why? Because, the back of his mind is talking to you like, man, you're missing out. You need to be on the mat. What's the goal with jiu-jitsu?
I want to be a no-gi world champion. So I want to go do no-gi worlds this year and hopefully win it this year or next year. But no-gi world champions right there on the top of my goals right now, and everything else is just training for that.
Have you done no-gi worlds before?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I didn't strive to compete at that level during my white and my blue belt years. So I think right now at purple is a prime time to get that in my mind, and I'm working every day to try to get that goal.
Okay. Now let's talk about not putting anyone down or anything, but let's say there's some friends. You got some friends that are would you say is dedicated to something like this, or they're kind of more out there doing their own partying thing?
Yeah, I have both. I have both types of friends. So
okay.
I mean, there's a time and place for each type. I'll go hang out with some of my friends that are like the guys from high school and the guys that I kind of grew up with, and that are not really focused so much. They're more focused, like you said, on the partying and enjoying that aspect. But I also have my friends like I get here and where I get my gym, where that's normally like 90% of my time I'm with those guys, because I like to surround myself with people that are like-minded, and so it makes it where I focus. And a big thing is like my social media is full of people that train.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have partying on my social media. I don't have anything like that. So when I wake up and let's say I skip the session, I go on social media, boom, it's right in my face. I'm I need to go. So I just fill my whole environment with people that are like-minded.
Do you feel like you're missing out? Do you feel like you're missing out? Like, man, the clubs, popping bottles, VIPs, you know, like, man, I could have, I'm all these guys are in their 19, early 20s, and they're living it up, and I'm here sweating, sore, tired, beat up, you know, and they're out partying and hanging out. You don't feel like you're missing out on anything?
No, I mean, I just feel like there's a different type of fun. I mean, some people have fun like that, and I have fun like this. So, I mean, I have just as much fun. I've experimented with both, and this is more fun to me. This to me is fun and it has a goal at the end of it. I want those achievements.
Yeah, there's a reward for this. There's really not a reward for hanging out late, but sleeping in and probably hungover and throwing up and some other stuff and being non-productive the next day, right? So that's not really a reward, you know. Besides that moment in time where you're having a good time, you're looking at the longevity of something and where you're trying to get to, and in that process, you're sacrificing all these things now. And like I said, you know, again, why I'm sharing this because he's 19, and it's rare to kind of get that from someone at this age where they're going to school and they're so focused and dedicated to something where they're building their life around this thing. So what would you say, so how has it been, how's the training here so far for you?
The training here is intense. I mean, I love this atmosphere. This is what I needed for the summer. I mean, I had other options to go to, but this is what I need. I mean, the training's intense. Everybody's friendly but intense. So everybody's here for a goal. Everybody's here for, most of the guys are here for competition, most of the guys and girls, but like everybody's still friendly. You know, it's not so serious to where you don't make friends or anything. I made a lot of friends here, but at the same time, I'm achieving my goals. So I feel like this gym was perfect. So
yeah. What about eating habits? You eat healthy, unhealthy?
Yeah. I have to admit, I don't eat very, very healthy, but when it comes to before trainings and focusing on that, I have to eat healthy. I mean, I've stopped eating junk food, stopped eating like that before trainings. There's no way.
What's the difference? Well, if you're eating something, you know, let's say the big breakfast at McDonald's or some sausage McMuffin with eggs versus, you know, what do you eat now before practice?
Well, before breakfast, I usually like make some scrambled eggs with the egg whites, and then I go ahead and eat like oatmeal, just something light before training. But before it was like, you know, I'll go stop by McDonald's or I'll go stop by some fast food place because it's quick. You know, it's a quick, easy fix. But you know, the first time I did that here, I came out and I was like, this is not what I can't do this anymore because the trainings are intense. You'll throw up after and stuff. So I just avoid that as a whole.
Yeah, I'm trying to make a point with that because my goal here, at least in this academy, because every academy is different, I'm big on the health and nutrition part. And so if you're going to train here, you're going to have to change the way you eat. If not, you're going to want to go train somewhere else where they're not as dedicated and committed, because you are going to throw up, because I will make sure of that, because I want to make sure my students are taking care of themselves. And I want to make sure you just can't come in and take it and think you can eat some cheeseburgers and then come in and train here, because if you can, to me that's not really the right atmosphere, because that means we're not training hard enough, we're not doing the right amount of work. What would you say far as the class schedule and stuff, you know, because you do train multiple times a day here, how do you find that flexibility with our class schedule here?
I think y'all's class schedule is perfect. Y'all give a lot of options, you know, with the 6 a.m., the 10:30 a.m., and then the 7 o'clock. It gives a lot of time. And for me, I love the fact that you have a 10:30 to 12 and then a 7, because it just gives me more time, downtime, to recover between sessions. So most gyms are, you know, not like that. It feels like you go to the 12 to 1 and then boom, you're right back up in like a couple hours going again. So with this one, I kind of enjoyed the fact that I could take more time off between sessions. And then I also like the fact that your 6 a.m. is a packed class. You know, most guys, most gyms, you go to 6 a.m. it's like 2 guys, 3 guys. you guys are hitting like 18,
Yeah,
15
yeah.
some days, so it's a good class.
It's a good crew. So, going back to the school, I forgot to ask you that. What are you majoring in? What are you going to school for?
I'm going to school for psychology. I'm majoring in psychology, but the end goal is law enforcement.
Okay.
So
Okay.
some element of law enforcement.
So you feel obviously this is
Yeah.
going to help you in that field. You
Yes,
think?
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, obviously feel like more and more, law enforcement or anyone going into that field should definitely try to do jiu-jitsu, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
So anyways, I just want to take up a few minutes of his time before he leaves. We're not going to see him for a while. He's going to come back during the holiday breaks. But again, super dedicated student. I gravitate towards individuals like that because they remind me of myself, the mindset, the way they talk, the way they think, the dedication. Some people talk a lot, but he showed me a lot over the summer, just what he's about versus some people talk a lot and then they don't show up. So actions speak louder than words, obviously. He's definitely one of those guys where you're sad to see him go, but you're happy for him because they're going to go and continue on doing the things that they need to do. And we wish Mr. Chase the best. But I wanted to make sure that anyone that's close to this age group here, get a goal, set it. You're going to have to sacrifice some good times with the friends and stuff like that. But I know in the future, we are going to see Mr. Chase achieve a lot of great things because of the way he's dedicated to things now. He's not just saying things, he's actually putting things into action and implementing and committed to this stuff. And me firsthand have seen that. So I know in the fact, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, man, he's going to be someone making some noise on the tournament scene and obviously with his career as well. So again, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you. You guys have a great day, great afternoon. Stay dedicated and committed. We'll see you.